Now, after you've downloaded the College Mastermind template, you may be wondering where to begin. In this video, we'll talk about adding classes as probably the most logical way to get started. So to create a new class, we'll just click this blue button here that says Add New Class. And this is going to open up a new page in the side panel. And we'll just go ahead and start typing class number 1. The start date would be like the first day of the class, and the end date would be the last day of the class. And we'll go ahead and put that as something realistic. So starting in August, ending in December, class days. I want to make sure it shows up in my today's schedule. So today's recorded on Monday. Put that in on Monday. Class times, this is a text field, so you can type that however you want. What semester we'll make this fall location. Just add, again, just some text. Room 101. And you'll see how this looks in just a sec. That'll make it, you'll realize just by adding some of this information, it could be useful, especially on the first day of classes. When you see it from the dashboard, that it's pretty useful. Class code would be something like this, however it's identified, uniquely identified at your school. And there's fields like description, the final grades if you want to track that are optional. Favorites is just basically like a bookmark. If you want to recall this class quickly amongst all your classes that you've taken throughout college, you may have certain that stand out to you. You want to be able to reference quickly. Favorite is like a bookmark. Attachments, you can add attachments, upload files and attach them, like a course syllabus might be an example of what you would do here. And then I want to highlight these fields specifically that have this arrow next to them. These are relation fields in Notion, allow you to connect different databases, creating relationships between them. And every things like class, books, contacts, projects, tasks, notes, all of these are independent databases, but they logically share a relationship, especially in the context of the overall College Mastermind system. Let's just add, let's say, an instructor. Kind of useful to have those folks tagged to a particular class, and that way they're easy to contact. Different projects that you might work on for a class. Tasks might be class assignments. We'll just go ahead and add a couple of those in here. So as we scroll down, now what was empty before now shows all of these different card views with the information we've just added. And that's really how the College Mastermind system works. It's very easy to get data added to the system, like adding classes, like adding a new book or creating notes, but also easy to associate to whatever the relevant thing is. One of the key things about managing digital information is keeping it organized and structured in a way that makes it seamless to you so that you're focused on actually using the information, being more action-oriented, getting things done, always keeping the most relevant information front and center for you, and anything that is not relevant out of the way. So we've added this class and we said it was Monday. So like today's schedule. So here's a card that shows up for today. So if I had 3 classes for Monday, I'd have 3 cards in here for that. These predefined views just make it easy to find reference information, and they're filtered in a very intuitive way, named in a certain way so that you know exactly what kind of data you're going to be presented with. You could be able to reference all of those courses, go back and see what you've done, different projects you may have worked on, instructors you may have had. So all of that information is preserved, but it's presented in a way that you're able to see the most relevant information. And this database here is the raw data behind the scenes driving all of these different views. And this is something that you can access if you need to, if you feel comfortable managing the databases themselves, but this is where all the raw data that you create is stored. And so with that, we've created our first class. We've actually created some associations to that. And I think that's a good starting point for using the College Mastermind system.